Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Normal Guys Talk Sports. This is episode 50, 50, halfway to 100. Shout out to Matt, you know.
Episode
Shout
50.
out to Matt, you know what I mean? I'll always contribute. This was a seed that he planted.
Is that Sunday?
This is the seed that he planted. Shout out to Matt, you know, just getting everything going, episode 1, and, you know, on the road to 100, and things have been amazing. You know what I'm saying? We're proud to present you the content that we do weekly for the most part. You know what I'm saying? From our perspective, we're normal guys. We're not ex-professional athletes, you know. Matt's a rapper, but, you know, he don't talk about that life too often. You know, he does when he does. It's you know, you got to pull up to the studio to, you know, really get some Baltimore McKeldin stories.
I lived a couple lives.
There you go. That's the point. Yeah, we have you know, we're on our old man game, you know, as of late. You know, me and Matt, you know what I mean? Longevity. Long game.
Yeah, we're playing a long game right now.
For sure. Oh man, shout out to Matt. So it is okay. So it's October 1st, approximately at 9:45 in the morning. We got a game going on right now.
Yeah,
Jacksonville. You want to kind of get the maybe it started at 8:30. I think it's in London.
Jacksonville and
so this is a live. We'll give you some live coverage. Can't necessarily show the game, but this is going on currently.
So Jacksonville's playing Atlanta and London right now. Jacksonville is up 17-0. Which is good for me because I don't have
anyone in there.
Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence, one of your quarterbacks.
QB, yes.
Check you out.
The league with Nate Daddy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. We are in our California league. Yeah, for sure.
And so far, Trevor Lawrence, 12 for 16, 112 and a touchdown. Also 3 carries, 29 yards. So off to a good start.
Live look. It's about to be halftime, 17-0, Jacksonville, Atlanta. Marketing to the fans of Europe, which is a good thing. Got to, you know, get the game global. That's how the NBA blew up the way it did with Mike. Michael Jordan when he was 92, Olympics, et cetera. The Dream Team that turned the NBA from more of a United States thing to a global thing.
We got also breaking news about another game that just came through. Deshaun Watson will not be playing against the Ravens today. With an injured shoulder.
Oh, I haven't been keeping up with Mr. Watson, former Houston Texans quarterback, current quarterback of the Cleveland Browns.
But yeah, he has a right shoulder injury and will not.
Who's the backup? Who's QB2? One of the most underrated positions in football. Who's QB2 of the Cleveland Browns? It's not, what's his name? He left.
It's not.
Who was last year? Jacoby Brissett, yeah.
It might be, is it?
No, I think he left. I don't recall where he's at, but I think he left. Jacoby Brissett. Who is the current?
Jacoby Brissett. Dobbs. Joshua Dobbs.
Jacoby Brissett is on the Washington Commanders.
Gotcha.
Okay. So
okay. Joshua Dobbs.
Shout out to Joshua Dobbs getting the start. Wow, it's gonna be a rough day in Cleveland.
Dang.
No Chubb. Shout out to Chubb. Get well soon. Nick Chubb, one of the best running backs.
Broke my heart.
He had him on the fantasy. You know what I'm saying? One of the better running backs the past few years. Like, period. You know, top 5, top 10.
He got a 99 rating in Madden.
He's got a 99 rating in Madden. Nick Chubb, the best player on the
Browns.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Now he loses quarterback. It should look like smooth sailing for the visiting Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, man. Last week we had a rough game last week. I was kind of like, what in the world was going on?
No, I mean, it'd be like any given Sunday, right?
Any given Sunday.
There you go. Any given Sunday. So. Gotcha.
So we want to go into football. Or we want to start with basketball.
We'll start with basketball. It's usually a format. We was just giving you the late breaking, the current news, but that game is going into halftime, so no real coverage on that. Once again, that game is 17-0 currently in London. We have the Falcons visiting the Jaguars, and if I believe next week it's reversed. I think there's another game in London next week.
Oh, there is.
Right, and it's them two, correct? Or is
I don't
another
think
team? I don't know.
it's
I think
another
one of the teams is there. Maybe one. I don't know. There's another game in London next week.
There's another game in London.
We'll more on that next week.
So
Right.
obviously, there's only one real big story in the NBA currently.
Okay. Oh yeah,
that
the
is-
trade, the Damian Lillard trade, the Damian Lillard trade. I just had all this up.
So how do you feel about this, Ed?
Great move, great move, great move. There's a lot of politics behind it because it appeared that Miami appeared to be the unkept secret on where he was going. That was maybe his preferred destination, but on Portland's stance, it was ultimately the Portland's GM to make the decision. We're not going to do necessarily what you want. We're going to do what's best for the team. So, and the packages that Miami was throwing together was maybe not the best available. And then Miami was on like a take it or leave it or go somewhere else. They're like, okay, we'll go somewhere else. They found a deal that they felt was best for the franchise. So we have Milwaukee receiving Damian Lillard, Portland receiving DeAndre Ayton, Drew Holiday, and a 2029 first-round pick from the Bucks. And Phoenix receives Joseph Nurkic, Neziar Little, Keon Johnson, and Grayson Allen. Okay, break down the trade. Milwaukee, current contender. Their star player was putting fire underneath the front office. Hey, get us better, get us another championship, or I can walk when it's time for me to walk. So that was Milwaukee, because Milwaukee is not necessarily a lock to win another championship by the time Giannis's contract up, whatever it may be. I think it's 2 years. I don't know off the top of my head. So it's only like a couple years left, but he's talking about leaving. He's planting those seeds. Hey, I could be out of here. You know what I mean? And okay, so Portland, what do they receive? They get rid of the franchise. Shout out to Dame. He's been there at least. He got drafted 2011, my sixth pick. Kings passed them on in the draft. I know this type of stuff. And then the Kings drafted Thomas Robinson. He's been not in the league over Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard's from Oakland. Shout out to Damian Lillard, of course. So they trade the franchise for the past 11 years for DeAndre Ayton, disgruntled young center from the Suns, Drew Holiday, the best on-ball defender in the NBA. Five-time all-defense, two-time all-star, NBA champion, Drew Holiday. He comes with a lot of value. And a future first-round pick from the Bucks, 2029. So what are we in 2023? That's 6 years from now. So that should be a good pick. That's going to be a young star, because 6 years from now, Milwaukee's window would have closed.
Right.
And they are top 5 favorite to win the championship this next year. Was taken 1 year at a time, but that pick is 6 years away. That can be a lottery pick, a top 10 pick in 2029, 6 years away. Cool. Phoenix receives Joseph Nurkic. He's the starting center of the Portland some years. And before that, he was teammates with Joker on the Nuggets. So that's who that is. So, and then he would be a better fit with Kevin Durant, et cetera, because DeAndre Ayton was not the man's for them, because he was just chemistry issues. He got benched. They called him out for quitting in the games, et cetera, et cetera. So, and they get Naziar Little, Keon Johnson, and I know these guys are more defensive guys, role player guys, depth. The Suns needed depth because they have a new big three there. And then last is Grayson Allen. He was a big-time college guy. I forgot what college he played for at the top of my head, but scrappy player. But he's known to do like dirty things, like similar to like a Mac Jones.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's why he's kind of his resume isn't what it is, and he missed like a game-winning shot one of the games in the playoffs. So he's on the move. So I think it worked. I think it worked out for all three teams. I think there's a little politics involved, because who wants to help teams get better, right? You know what I'm saying? Unless if there's something in it for you. So of course, and then Portland's only going to trade to the East. You're not going to trade to the West unless you get everything and the kitchen sink. You're not going to trade in conference when you have a star. You're going to trade out of your conference. You know, Milwaukee's looking back to get the finals, of course, and Phoenix looking back to the finals. They played each other in the championship not too many years ago, so maybe some politics and relationships developed after that championship, and they're looking to help each other get back to the finals. You know, and who else? You know, you're going to get help from the other side versus like your own side. And with Phoenix, the only player remaining from the 2021 finals roster is Devin Booker. They cleaned house. DeAndre Ayton was the last player. They cleaned house. Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal. I think my early prediction is Milwaukee and Phoenix. I'm on until further notice. Milwaukee and Phoenix. I'll sign that Edwards prediction. Milwaukee because of this trade for sure. So again, the Suns are deeper. Bradley Beal on there. You still got the man Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? I think depth. That's what they needed, and they got a better fit at center because DeAndre Ayton wanted to be the man. So go back to Portland. DeAndre Ayton wants to be the franchise. He is the best player on the team, and then Drew Holiday. He's a movable piece. They could keep him and mentor the young guys, or they could get him for more play. And he's a win now player. He has a resume. He won the championship with Milwaukee. Arguably the best on ball defender in the NBA right now. Drew Holiday, 2-time All-Star. He made the All-Star game 10 years ago, and they just made it the last year. So longevity. He's a man. He's a piece that you want. They said Boston looking at him. A couple of the Sixers looking at him. Even the Kings. Other teams have been looking at Drew Holiday. It would be a disservice if he stayed in Portland, but he's going to get his money. But Portland, it doesn't fit his timeline. It's a lot of young guys in Portland. They're rebuilding. They're not realistically not making the playoffs next year, no matter what.
I look at this trade and I think,
who's that? Yo, who's there? Kids. Oh, that's shout to Justice. Shout to Justice.
I look at this trade and I think, obviously, great for the Bucks, but I also sit there and think, how could Miami let this slip through their hands?
They're too ego, too much ego. But Pat Riley, Tyler Hero and some picks. Would you have took that? A trade? This is a trade. Would you? Okay, just like if you're a lawyer. I learned this in communications. If we were lawyers, right?
Right.
You were lawyers, and we were a case, a defendant, plaintiff, vice versa, whatever. And we call on the judge. You're a good lawyer if you could argue the point the opposite way just as well. That makes good debaters. Skip Bayless all the way down, right?
Right.
So how can you debate that getting Tyler Hero, etc., is worth Damian Lillard? It's not.
Well, no. I totally agree with you.
Tyler Hero is overpaid. He underproduced. Too cool for school. He don't want to leave Miami, but he is not. Miami's has a lot of good homegrown talent. Miami overachieved last year.
Why treat Damian Lillard like he's washed up?
Wow. Right. So that again. So what did Portland get? A former number one pick. DeAndre Ayton, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe he wasn't the best fit for Booker, whatever, because Booker's their respect, no disrespect, their baby. What do I mean by baby? They drafted him. He became a star and this and that. DeAndre Ayton, they feel he is a big part of the reason they have they lost in the finals, and then they lost to the Mavericks that one year when they just took a seat, and the coach. The coach called him a quitter. The coach is gone. The coach and Chris Paul had a relationship when he was a young player on the Hornets. He was his coach, Monty Williams. He's gone. Their coach now is Frank Vogel, former coach of the Lakers, won a championship in the bubble. Championship coach, championship aspirations of Phoenix. They cleaned house. It's the Phoenix got like a 2-year window to get it done, or all that would be for nothing. All that number one pick traded away. Traded for Kevin Durant, for Bridges, young star. Bridges was a big part. They went to the finals. Bridges was the main piece to get Kevin Durant, and he's 10 years younger, whatever he is. So you mortgage the future, all of the future for right now. Right now, the Kings have like a 10-year window. You know what I'm saying? Just loose example. Young guys. You want young guys. Kevin Durant's mid-30s?
Yeah. Nah,
Bradley Beal's early 30s. Devin Booker early 30s. The time is now. Your prime is 27.
Like I said, I just feel like the Miami part of this is just
No, Miami dropped the ball, and
Like, how do
Miami
you-
dropped the ball.
you just were in the finals.
But true, but Portland wanted back a Jimmy Butler or a Bam Adebayo. That wasn't happening. They don't have young. Again, a lot of their young pieces is homegrown. They don't have high draft picks. The last 4 years, they made it to the finals twice. So shout out to Miami and their success and their consistency. They had the finals run with Wade and Shaq, and then they had their run with LeBron and them. So they've been to the top of the mountain a lot. So yeah, that would be a destination. But the big monkey wrench is all this is the over Tyler Hero respect, overpaid, underproduced, and all that. They value him too high. Again, if he valued them too high, then keep him. Why is not Tyler Hero the third star in Miami Heat? Because he's not. Because he's not. Exactly. He's not. He's not Damian Lillard. He's had some big games, but yeah, if you got Jimmy Butler, that's the greatness of Jimmy Butler. To even have a Tyler Hero in the first place.
All right, so
There we go. So shout out to
where do we think the Bucks land this season? With
the top of the East. Maybe the Celtics. Maybe the Celtics record wise. But as far as again, who's shutting down the Damian Lillard in the East? Anyone on the Celtics doing that? Anyone on the Sixers doing that? Anyone on who's good in the East? The Knicks aren't there. I'd love to talk about the Knicks all day, but the Knicks ain't again.
I like the Knicks.
I like the Knicks too, but they're respectfully, they're mid card. They're mid card. The main eventers is the Celtics and the Bucks.
Right.
Off the top of my, if I look at I don't even remember who's a threat in the East this upcoming year.
Celtics, Knicks, maybe Cleveland.
Cleveland, what's his name? Probably going to get traded because he's not going to sign an extension. Davion Mitchell. And they underproduced last year. Love was kind of like that last piece. Jared Allen, I think, struggled in the playoffs. Who else is there? If they're that young guy, Mobley, if he becomes like all-star talent, then yeah, he's a rising star, but he's an all-star. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So those are a lot of question marks in Cleveland. You know what I mean? Let me see who's a threat in the East. Yeah, Damian Lillard hands down. Okay, this is last year. Milwaukee first, Boston second, Philly third, Cleveland fourth, New York fifth. Yeah, those top 5 teams. I already said. Brooklyn sixth, heck no. Atlanta seventh, heck no. Miami 8, maybe. Miami, Miami's gonna make a trade. Miami's not done. They were ready, willing to trade Tyler Hero picks, et cetera, to get Damian Lillard. Hey, we need to get a third star. His name, and he's not on the roster. He's not Jimmy and Bam. You keep Jimmy and Bam, you got a chance. Those are 2 great building blocks. Those are stars.
But I also look at the other underlying part of this trade. The Heat,
Toronto rebuilding, Indiana rebuilding, Washington rebuilding, Orlando rebuilding, Charlotte rebuilding, Detroit rebuilding. Yeah, Milwaukee is going to the finals.
The Heat did knock them out of the playoffs last year.
Before Damian Lillard. Then they got again. That's why they went to because they were They were the first seed and lost to Miami. No one bet that. No one predicted that. And Miami made it as a play-in. Again, contribute to Miami's greatness. Miami was in the play-in. Turned into the 8th seed, was the 9th or 10th, whatever. It was the 9th seed. Play-in, 8th seed, all the way to the final. Again, that's greatness. If they would have won a championship, that would have been one of the greatest championships ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Historic. The Knicks, the 99 Knicks made it to the finals and lost as an 8th seed. So shout out to the Knicks because Patrick Ewing was hurt. They had Sprewell, Allen Houston, Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby rose and became a star in injured Patrick Ewing, next man up. That would have been great. So again, Milwaukee, that's what happened. Miami overachieved last year, and it's the ego. It's we just got Trey Tyler Hero. We're just no. Portland was like, hold on. So shout out to the Portland GM, and not feed it into the BS and the this and that, and not And if Damian Lillard's mad, so what? He's on a contender now.
Right.
So Damian Lillard, so what? They did again. They could have traded him to Orlando, Charlotte. They could trade whatever they wanted. and he would have not showed up to camp and messed up the rest of his career, his life. But he is again. You would have not wanted a disgruntled star. He don't want to be there. For real. And again, they kind of knew that. They're like, okay. And so Milwaukee made it happen. Giannis made that happen. So shout out to Giannis. Shout out to Milwaukee for pulling the trigger. Because if they didn't, what if Giannis leaves? Man, the Milwaukee Bucks will be relevant for the next 30 years. 20, 30, 40 years. Irrelevant. If Giannis left, no, but they should squeeze one out within two. I think, again, shout out to Phoenix and Milwaukee. I think they are the favorites to go to the finals the next 2 years. Both them teams. Shout out to the Celtics, but I think like a little too much. I wouldn't. They got Porzingis. Remember? I don't know if that's the deal. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if that's the deal to get me to the finals. I don't know if that's the deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he was shout out. He was in Dallas and all that. He's been on a couple teams and all that. I think he's a little older, a little injury prone, a little too old, a little too injury prone for me to call this guy my third star to win a championship on my team.
All right, so due to time constraints,
let's go. Okay, so shout out to basketball, but again, big shout out to that trade. And again, I think Milwaukee and Phoenix helped each other, scratch each other's back, and gave each other a chance to get back to the finals. Because if they would have stayed as is, maybe not. That's real. And they made that deal done, 3-way deal. It wasn't going to be no deal straight up. So shout out to Phoenix and Milwaukee taking advantage of the opportunity that Miami effed up. That's on me. So shout out to basketball, shout out to Damian Lillard, shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. So moving on to football. Let's go.
Interesting fact about this week of football.
What's up? There we go.
Granted, you've always lived on Central Time and
Pacific. Yeah.
Pacific. But today, for the first time ever, all of the games will be played 12 o'clock Eastern Time, which is an hour early everywhere.
Really? No.
Yes. So essentially, the game starts here at 11.
No, bro. False.
Am I wrong? Am I looking? I could have sworn I saw that somewhere too. I saw a headline about it.
I don't think so. I don't think they put a monkey wrench in the system like that. No, I think it's 12. We'll see. I think it's 12, bro.
But regardless of when the game starts, we also have an update on the Ravens game. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I don't know who that is.
To start. Okay, he's the start. Okay, touchdown Ritter to London. I have London in one of my leagues. Holy crap. Touchdown London.
A lot of people, there's a little hype around Drake London.
Right, and I have him on one of my fantasy leagues, and he hasn't been working out yet. So I'm kind of like, I've been trying to trade him. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna try to trade. It's not been working. London. He's on my our league with Jermaine, Jay Oliver, Ghost.
Oh yeah, that's a flavorful league.
Yeah, that's our. See, there you go. Shot fumble.
Well, I mean that's
something. No, you score a touchdown receiver. That's good enough. You know what I mean? That's good enough. It's when you don't. I just sent you a trade in that league, by the way.
You did.
I just sent you a trade.
And I have to
evaluate it. We don't got to talk about it.
I have to evaluate.
I understand. Evaluate it.
Because
I take it the other way. If I was you, I'd take that trade.
There is parts of the trade that would be useful for me. But
there you go. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'll give you what you want, bro. I'll give you what you want. I'll give you MVP caliber player, bro. But Mr. Irrelevant, bro.
Well, I mean, I see you want Mr. Purdy, which is actually, I mean, I'm not opposed to that because I got him on the bench, you know.
Come on, man. I don't know if you want. I mean, this is our $25 league. It's not like for the freaking. It's not for all the marbles. Okay. All right. Here we go. $25 league. I'm 2-1, and I'm facing Jay Oliver this week. I should have side bet him. Dang it! He would have took it. Dang! Shout out to Jay.
He probably would take it right now.
Shout out to Jay, man.
You hit him right now, he'd probably be ready to bet.
Because the game already started. That's why, because I got a London, he just scored a touchdown. So I should have. Dang it! Why not hit him up?
I mean, the game started, but the other games ain't started.
Right. Facts. Let me see matchup. Okay, matchup. Look at that. So this is a projection. Okay, he got a player too. Okay, let me trade this. Yeah, he got Ridley.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, he got.
Trade me for him.
Look, so that's our projection. Look at our projection. It's about the same.
Yeah.
I might. Let me.
Me and Jay Oliver just did a trade.
Right. I liked it for both sides. I liked it for both sides. If I was you, I would have thought hard about it. But I know how you're high on Mike Evans. You always talk about Mike Evans. And like, you know what? Mike Evans is could be equivalent to Devontae Adams. And you got Mozart too. That was I liked it for both sides.
I felt like it was a safer play. And I get a running back out of it. And in free agency, I picked up the other running back from Miami too.
I know.
Just as a
I know that. I know that.
You know that?
I know that.
You saw it.
But my trade request saw it, bro. What you mean, bro? Yes, I saw it, bro. Look at this. Look at what I fucking sent you.
So, well, you know it.
Exactly.
But I had to look. I had to say, hey, like,
exactly.
You know,
exactly, bro.
I trade away.
Exactly.
Yeah,
bro. Come on,
away.
Come on, man.
I trade away Devontae Adams, and then I get, you know,
Mozart and Evans. And Mozart, I think Evans, depending how the season goes, Evans looks.
And the crazy part is,
season looks promising.
We were talking about him that Thursday, but I didn't think Jermaine talking about he washed up, and I'm like, bro, did you just see the game?
Right.
My man was out there making one-handed catches on his head, damn near. So, crazy part is Mike Evans probably won't be in Tampa Bay next year, but
yeah, no doubt. For real.
But
if I'm him, I get out of there at this point.
Like I said, one of my personal beliefs in
like
fantasy,
he peaked. His career peaked there. Yeah.
Well, I mean, his career peaked there, but I guess what I was about to say in fantasy, one of my rules I always abide by: if it's a player that I'm unsure about, I always get the insurance policy.
Ain't no wrong with that. That's good strategy. That's good. That makes sense. That does make sense.
If I got Mike Evans, I'm gonna get Chris Godwin if I can have him on the bench. If I got Mozart, I'm gonna have the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. No, man. So yeah, shout out to the fantasy. You know, man. So let's see. Are we for time constraints? Are we just predictions for this week? We're not even going over last week. So predictions for this week. Let's go. All right. So we currently got the Jaguars and Falcons at 17-6 with 11:38 left in the third. Shout out to both teams. Shout out to AFC South. Jaguars are going to close out. Exactly. Okay. Next game we have this is going to be a great game.
Dolphins Bills.
Dolphins and Bills. Dolphins at Bills.
I'm taking Dolphins.
The Bills are the Bills. Shout out to Big K. Right, it's gonna be a good game. The Bills are favored 2.5, and they're at home. I'm gonna ride with the Bills on that. They're at home in 2.5. It was in Miami. Then I think they're both teams are gonna play hard. Both teams are great. Both teams are top 5, top 10 teams in the NFL. Dolphins. I'm taking the Bills. Shout out to the Dolphins though, but I can't root against the Bills. Big K will just slit my throat. We got the Broncos. We got the two worst teams in the NFL, respectfully. The Broncos and the Bears both own 3. We got Denver -3. Denver should be the better team. If Denver loses this game, I won't hear nothing about the Broncos ever again from you. Respectfully. You talk about all the Broncos. The Broncos just got whooped by the Dolphins.
I typically
70-20 last week. We didn't talk about that.
When I'm referring to the Broncos, I'm not referring to the team. I'm typically referring to Russell Wilson.
Man, either or, they're going nowhere fast. This season, next season.
Hold tight. So here's one. Granted, they lost the first 3 games, and they also lost a game by 50 points. Given. But there's an interesting stat this season with Russell Wilson so far. He's put up equivalent stats to Patrick Mahomes so far.
That's not saying much.
Passing touchdowns.
That's not saying, okay, yards. Cool.
Obviously they're losing.
Cool.
But
cool.
They
need more people.
He's playing better than he did last year.
Cool.
Now, obviously,
it's still a 500 team.
They're still losing.
Tops. Tops.
They're still losing.
7-8 wins if they're lucky.
Now the
What's got
Bears-
Vegas got them? We talking all that.
Now the Bears is just a disappointment. I thought Justin Fields was going to take that same type of step Lamar Jackson took like in his second year, where he went MVP. But
7.5 wins exactly.
it's not looking like.
Broncos 7.5 wins. Psh, over under.
We'll see what happens.
And a plus 6-1-20 to win the Super Bowl.
But I got them winning today.
Yeah, they better win today.
I got 'em
They
winning
better
today.
win today. Yeah, for their sake, or heads will be rolling. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens visiting the Browns. Spread 1.5. What's that about?
It's a divisional game, bro.
No doubt. Shout out to the Baltimore. Both teams 2-1. Big game. And
I think everybody is 2-1 except the Bengals. So still is 2-1.
Still win. That's important. That's a statement game. And
So
it's at
I mean,
home.
essentially, this is
That's a state. Cleveland's going to come
division
play.
lead.
That defense is going to look to save the day, but they're outmatched. You don't have your starting quarterback playing. You don't have your starting running back for the season. They're outmatched. Respectfully.
I got Lamar.
If they had
Jackson
Deshaun
going crazy.
and Nick Chubb, that would have been a game. But unfortunately, shout out to both of them. Get well soon. Deshaun Watson, get well soon. Nick Chubb. These are two great players in this league.
24-17 Ravens.
There you go. There you go. So cover the spread 1.5. I don't like that. Yeah, bet on the Ravens today for sure. We got next game. We have the Bengals and Titans. Cincinnati 2.5. Yeah, Bengals. Yeah, Bengals. Titans. I think Joe Burrow's got a lot to prove. They better win. Or all this Super Bowl nothing. They supposed to be top 3, 4, 5 team in the AFC. They lose this game. Maybe pump the brakes on what. Maybe they had a good year. Chase him. All this next. The next dynamic duo. Hopefully these guys are together for the rest of their careers. They're college teammates, and that's cool. And all that. But you go 1-3. They're going to get a lot of criticism. That's a lot of criticism. I promise. So shout out to the Bengals. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Bengals.
Bengals should win this game.
Bengals should win this game.
But
There will be a lot of trouble if they don't.
But I don't know, man. Nashville, they got a good
Nashville.
crowd out there. And,
Cincinnati 2.5. I'm gonna roll with Vegas.
and
I'm
I
rolling
feel
with
like
Vegas.
we don't know enough about the Titans. So I think if there was an upset to be had this week, this will be the game.
Titans made it to NFC Championship. Gave big deals to Tannehill and Henry, and you knew when they did give them that big deals and they did make the AFC Championship, lost to the Chiefs, that they were never going back.
Yeah, but
They were
I ain't
never
saying,
going
I
back.
ain't saying they going
Respectfully,
back. But I'm
the
saying
Tennessee Titans.
the
But
Titans
that's
will be-
facts. Tennessee
the-
Titans is Bengals still got
The Titans are gonna
5
be good
years
for a
to
few-
be in the conversation. The Titans days are numbered.
the Titans are still going to be good for a few wins that surprise you this year.
The
I ain't
Bengals
saying that they
this
going
year
to the
the
playoffs
Bengals
and they going
the
to the
Bengals
Super
should
Bowl.
make the playoffs. The Titans should not. They're both 1-2 right now. We'll see. But
But it's still
I got
early in
Bengals.
the season.
True. Next game here, we got the Rams is in the Colts. Rams 1-2, Colts 2-1. We got the Rams -1. Is the quarterback hurt still?
He should be back today.
Trent
Richardson.
Trent Richardson.
Not
Shelton?
Trent Richardson.
No.
Anthony Richardson.
Correct. They had a Trent Richardson. It didn't work out. Running back a few years ago. No, Anthony Richardson. Shout out to Anthony Richardson. We got Rams -1. I'm rolling with the Colts. I hate my other NFC West teams, but the Rams, nah, they need more people.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Like I said, I watched the game last week, and
They did show flashes. I ain't gonna lie. And Cooper Kupp, I got Cooper Kupp in one of my leagues. Hurry up and come back. Hurry up and come back. If you that dude, come back.
the Colts are cool, but
I'm riding with the
they
home.
shouldn't have
1
left
point.
Baltimore with that win last week.
True. Okay, it's 2-1, so they're feeding off of that. Their momentum. I think young legs pulls it. They're at home, and they got the young quarterback returning. I'm with that. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Next game we got it's divisional game, NFC South. The Bucks visiting the Saints, both 2-1. We got the Saints -4.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. What's his face is out. What's his face is
Derek
out.
Carr.
Derek Carr's out, but Winston, he's still got some air in them tires, and he's gonna and he's favored to win by Vegas. I think the Buccaneers are better.
I'm going with the Bucks.
I'm going with the Bucks. Shout out to the Saints. I got a lot of New Orleans people.
I think
of course,
they might be the ones to go to the playoffs this year out of that division.
Same. Yeah, same. So
Baker Mayfield might get him another check.
there you go. Facts. He's best 32 right now. You know what I mean? So further notice, he's best 32 in the world. So next game we have the Washington Redskins football team Commanders visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. This is going to be in Philadelphia at 12 o'clock slot.
Yes,
We have Philly minus 8.5. What are we talking about?
It's Philly.
Yeah, it's Philly. Philly's going to probably
That
bench hurts
defense.
by the fourth quarter. Yeah, Philly's one of the best teams in the NFL. Made it to the Super Bowl last year. The Commanders, shout out to the Commanders, 2-1. Commanders still a little bit away. And
That
any
rookie-
given Sunday, but it's Philly.
That rookie they got on the defensive line, man. and
Right.
boy,
Yeah. So
As advertised.
there you go. So next game here, we got the Vikings at the Panthers.
Vikings will get a win here.
Vikings get the win. I'm with that. Minnesota -5. Minnesota's probably the best 0-3 team in the NFL right now. You know what I'm saying? The Panthers is rebuilding. The Vikings, they lost a close one recently. I forgot who they were playing. I remember watching a little bit of that. So yeah, shout out to the Vikings. They got the best receiver in the NFL. Kirk Cousins is
They better win this game.
yeah, they better win this game, or Kirk Cousins might get the
Granted,
they
like
might
I said,
they might change the pieces around. You know what I mean?
Kirk
Like,
Cousins has been playing.
Kirk
decent
Cousins is gonna be the first
by the
one to go.
numbers.
No, Jefferson's they're Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? So they keep him until further notice. But Cousins maybe his days might be numbered, especially if they don't win the division this year. I think the Lions are the Vikings last year. The Vikings were the up and coming. They did that last year, but this year, I think that's the Lions. They got that momentum, and they got we'll see. But yeah, shout out to the Vikings. Next game we have the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Houston Texans. We got Pittsburgh -3.
I think here's the crazy part about this game.
Pittsburgh.
I'd pick Pittsburgh, but I
Pittsburgh.
feel like this game has upset potential.
True, it's in Houston. When the games are within -3, it could go either way. But but Pittsburgh -3. Pittsburgh should be the better team, but Houston could upset them. I'm gonna go with the Steelers though.
I'll go with Houston.
Okay. So next game we have the Oakland Las Vegas Raiders visiting the San Diego Los Angeles Chargers. So
You gonna pick against your boy Garoppolo?
Garoppolo's not playing.
He's injured.
He's injured. So let's get that out the way. So shout out to Jimmy G.
What a surprise!
Yeah, right. What else is new? Shout out to Jimmy G. They had a close game. I threw a pick at the end. Who were they playing Monday night? That was a good ass game.
They were playing Sunday night last
Sunday night.
week.
I'm sure the Steelers. That was a good. I was rooting for Jimmy G. Shout out to Jimmy G. Shout out to Josh Jacobs. He's my Filipino cousin. He's half Filipino. And then shout out to Devontae Adams from Northern California. So I've always had a soft spot for the Raiders. You know what I mean? Raider fans, Raider Nation be hating on the 49ers, but I hate to see them leave Oakland the way they did. At least they're in a good market. Always had a soft, they're in my top 5,
Raiders to start Aiden O'Connell.
Good luck. I don't know what that
Jimmy G
is.
is out with a concussion.
What else is new? Shout out to Jimmy G. Get well soon. Again, by the way, all the money the Raiders giving him, the $40. Yeah, right. 49 will go give him that money. We got Pro Bowlers to pay.
Well, the Raiders needed a
We got Pro Bowlers to pay. You know what I mean? We got to cash out Nick Bosa, players like that, top 10 in the NFL, players like that,
Nah, that was
game changers.
That
right.
was the smart decision.
Right, bro.
I would not have.
Yeah, so we got the Chargers -6.5. The Chargers, bro.
I picked the Chargers in this
Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen gonna tear that
one.
up.
Granted that their wide receiver, that rookie wide receiver, I believe, is for the Chargers. He's out for the year.
Yeah, it sucks. It's never fun. I got to wrap up in like 5-10 minutes, bro.
For sure.
Okay, all right. So we got Patriots and Cowboys. Oh, big game here. Shout out to Miss Trish. She's one of my coworkers. She's at the game. She called out. I gotta go to work. She called out. So shout out to Trish to go.
She called out to go to the game.
She called out to go to the game. Like, but she took the day off.
Okay.
She didn't just call out. I ain't gonna talk. That's my homegirl. She's we started at the same time, orientation together, everything. You know what I mean? So she's by. I'm not gonna say the company, but she's my day one there. Yeah, she go be at the game. But shout out to Zeke, Dallas legend, Dallas honor, on what they call it, football honor, what it's honor circle, ring of honor. Yeah, Mr. J talk about putting Zeke in that shit, man. I don't hear nothing about the Cowboys, bro, ever, bro. I don't hear nothing about the Cowboys ever. And they lost Trey Diggs, bro. They're done, bro. They're done. You want to talk about the Cowboys? Let's talk about the Cowboys 30 minutes. Shout out to the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys defense on my fantasy, but yeah, they're done, bro. They're not winning the Super Bowl, not this year.
So Cowboys win the day though?
Of course they should. They better, or they really gonna be freaking heads will be rolling. What is they? Dallas 6. Dallas win the game. They'll be 3-1. There'll be some hope. Don't let the Patriots come here and beat you. Mac Jones and Ezekiel Elliott beat you. Zeke will really be in the club. He win.
I was about to say
Zeke will be in the club regardless. Zeke will be in the club regardless. Zeke's back in Dallas. Ezekiel Elliott is back in Dallas.
He gonna be there regardless.
Zeke's still gonna be in the club.
Yeah, he gonna be there.
Me and Matt done seen Zeke too many times in real life. Even before he got drafted, Matt. Who's this?
Cynthia. Shout out to
Cynthia. Triple OG the studio.
But yeah, nah, that boy Zeke, man.
That boy Zeke. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals 1-2 visiting the Super Bowl bound San Francisco 49ers 3-0, the best team in the NFL. San Francisco minus 14. Yeah, bro. Brock Purdy, I don't want to give him the keys to the Ferrari yet. He got the keys to the SUV. He got the keys to the GMC. He ain't got the keys to the Escalade. You know what I mean?
I got y'all winning by 10.
We win. I would not bet money to cover the spread. Yeah, but
still a division
to win the game. Division. Yeah, that's cool. But it's the San Francisco, Arizona. Come on now, they're going to right. Arizona.
Y'all win it. I would say y'all
Arizona. That was cute against the Cowboys last week. The Cowboys average giving up 7.5 yards per play.
Shout out to Drunk in the building.
Drunk! I got to get going soon. Shout out Drunk. I got like 5-10 minutes for you, Drunk. Shout out to Drunk, man.
Is
Sunday
Joshua
mornings.
Dobbs having a Geno season?
Shut the front door. He don't even got his jersey in the team shop.
49 is the most dangerous team in the league, and it's not even close.
Not even close. Not even close, bro. Not even close.
So, yeah.
Number 1 in the power rankings. Check it out. We got George Kittle. We got Trent Williams. We got Christian McCaffrey.
Nah, I know very
Deebo Samuel. Brandon Ayuk.
Nah, I see him.
Kyle Juszczyk.
He used to be on the Ravens, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That was my man. Yo, I was mad when we got rid of Kyle Juszczyk.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying, man.
I was mad. I was
Super Bowl.
how the hell we get Kyle Juszczyk?
I don't want to talk about none of this no more. The 49ers go to the Super Bowl.
All right, we got a couple more games.
All right, a couple more games. The Sunday night game. Aaron Rodgers is supposed to be. We got the Kansas City Chiefs visiting the New York Jets. Holy crap. Kansas City minus 8. Hey,
My homeboy.
Zach Wilson. Come on, man.
My homeboy.
Zach Wilson, man. You play for the rest of your career, man. You got Aaron Rodgers in your ear, man. You got everything. You have all the tools to succeed.
My homeboy.
You have all the tools to succeed. Zach Wilson.
He not going to succeid, though.
We got Kansas City minus 6 at 8. You'd be a fool to bet against the Chiefs. It would be a different story if Aaron Rodgers was playing, but he's not. So that's that. And then, last but not least,
the Monday night game.
We got the Seahawks visiting the Giants minus 1.5. Seahawks is in New York.
For New York.
I'm riding with New York.
You riding with New York?
I'm riding with New York. I'm riding with New York. Seattle's minus 1.5.
Seahawks finna win this easily, bro.
I don't know about easily. Vegas got you 1.5. Seahawks should. Okay. My heart's saying the Giants. My mind's saying the Seahawks.
Rumor has it Saleh is losing the locker room over starting Zach Wilson.
Who else think fit to start?
Zach Wilson is
He's
actually-
QB too, or he's not starting Aaron Rodgers. He's not starting Aaron Rodgers. That ain't his fault. That ain't his fault. Oh, this is good stuff. What do you say, Zach Wilson? What? Giants no.
Giants, no Saquon.
Oh, I didn't know he's not playing. Okay. Oh, Barkley's not playing. Then Seahawks. I didn't know Barkley wasn't playing. He's still out. I'm tripping. He is still out.
Y'all got
South Drunk give me
y'all got
fact checking me.
They got the Daniel Jones though.
Man, it's end the show on that, bro. End the show on that.
Daniel
End the
Jones.
show. End the show on that. That man get paid too much. That's what's the problem in the NFL. Quarterbacks overpaid, overvalued. Running backs underpaid, undervalued.
It's just a premium for the position.
No doubt. So here we go. And then the Lions beat the Packers, and that was on Thursday.
Shout out to the Lions. Though.
Shout out to the Lions, man. I think they have what
Every
it takes.
dog has his day.
I think they have what it takes to win the division.
Every dog has. his
And they
day.
ain't made the Super Bowl ever in franchise history.
No, that's pathetic though,
Yikes, that's I don't want to go pathetic.
bruh. They were damn near like the third team, bro.
In the NFL, right?
How you not?
They were the third team in the NFL, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
You.
That's
how the
hilarious.
hell you been in the league that long and not make a championship?
That's hilarious. Okay, shout out to. Okay, Jaguars. Ritter's not that guy though.
He ain't that.
Ritter's that guy. Ritter's a fill-in until they draft a. They struck gold with the running back, but next year the Falcons should draft a quarterback.
They should just tank.
They should tank and draft and just get
Caleb
a.
Williams.
They got a good. They got a young.
Or you know, it'd be
They got a
more
good
entertaining.
tight end and a good running back.
Falcons tank, or at least they not gonna win that many games. But Shador go to the draft, bring Shador to Atlanta. What? How crazy would that be? I ain't talking.
Damn,
about,
play-
I'm
that's-
almost talking off the field, kind of like. But I'm saying, what type of hype would that be in Atlanta?
No doubt, that would be a lot of. That would be great for them. How do I say it? Dang. No, but you want to see him see that through. I want to see him be a senior at Colorado, but does he want to be a senior at Colorado?
No, his daddy wanted him to be.
His daddy want to be a senior at Colorado. I would like for the program and for everybody. You know, you're not gonna get that time back.
Caleb Williams is probably going to be the better player, but Shador is going to be way more entertaining.
Like, come on, man, and his brother.
Mm-hmm.
They both went. Yeah, for sure. They both went.
But yeah, and I guess last highlight, Colorado did lose yesterday.
Yeah. I watched.
To Caleb Williams and the USC.
No, Caleb Williams, top quarterback coming
Yeah.
out. You know, until further notice. Good game. They was down by a lot. They made it interesting at the end. They're doing this without their best player. Arguably, one of their best players is Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah.
Hunter come back soon. Hunter made peace with that other player. I guess, right? But I guess no, man. But yeah, let's close out. Shout out to Drug. Shout out to everybody. I gotta get going. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Matt. It is 10:30. I gotta get going. But yes, this is another episode. Shout out to episode 50. Shout out to Never Satisfied Studios for allowing us to do this, putting us in position. Forever grateful for the CEO, Never Satisfied, everyone here.
Shout out to Lardy B too.
Shout out to Laurie, currently on tour.
I think
Posted right there.
she's
In Florida somewhere. They're in Florida right now.
Tampa.
Shout out to.
See.
They're out there doing the thing.
But yeah, she about 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah, so shout out to
The
Lardy.
whole
doing the
team
thing.
is out there right now.
Whole team's out there.
Except us. But the whole
Right.
team out
No,
there.
but Donnie,
Donnie.
of course, CEO and company.
Yeah.
And DJ Johnny Rip, of course. He's Lardy's DJ.
2-3.
2-3 is out there. Shout out 2-3. One of the dopest people you ever meet. Always encouraging, always uplifting. He got his podcast, always supporting us in our podcast. So shout out to 23. Yeah, shout out to everyone watching, anyone tuning in. We look to give you the best on the market. One of our inspirations is it is what it is. Cam and Mace. We gotta get Cam in here, man. We gotta get Cam in here.
Crazy part
We
is
gotta bring Cam back, bro.
Cam been to the studio.
We gotta
Cam been
bring
here.
Cam back. Cam being here. Cam was here when Ian was here. All
Cam
this.
came-
Cam being here.
came to the studio, bro.
Cam recorded. We have pull them clips up. Cam is recorded here at Never Satisfied Studios, and this was in 2016.
Yeah, Cam came to the street.
2016. But once again, this is episode 50. Normal Guys Talk Sports is October 1st, Sunday morning. Watch your football. It's our pregame, our pregame show. Second time we've done it. It's working. We changed up the format a little bit. We used to be Tuesday afternoons, Friday nights sometimes still, but
People
Sunday mornings.
People done got jobs.
Sunday mornings. Yeah, we got jobs.
People
So
done got jobs.
until
We stopped being bums.
got you right. You got to get us the fantasy, one of these fantasy dog friggin' sponsorships. Get
Underdog
one of
Fantasy?
Underdog, one of them.
I applied for a job with them too, bro.
Yeah, we got to get one of the sponsorships. And then shout out to Cali's Tacos. That's one of our sponsors. Shout out to Cali's Tacos. Shout out to Cali. He's always putting down for us. And what else? You got all the podcasts. Lance always again big
Time out.
Time Out. You know what I mean?
Doing big things
Everybody.
lately.
You know, Time Out. They're doing their thing. Shout out to Time Out. We gotta get some commercials like Time Out. That's what we need to do.
Sponsored by Drunk Takes.
Yeah, come on, Drunk. Come on, yeah. Shout out to Drunk. What, bro? Most chimed in viewer for sure. He's on there. He's on the list. Yeah. So man, shout out to Drunk. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Episode 50. Enjoy your sports. We'll be back next week, either Friday night or Sunday morning. That's the new time slots. That's the only time me and Matt are available at the same time. So Friday nights, Sunday mornings. So once again, that's our picks. We need to review our picks. We should review our picks next week.
Yeah, we might have to write it down next week.
Yeah, next time we'll write it down
and keep it tally.
But keep it tally. But we do remember what we said.
Yeah,
We'll call each other out on what we said. Like Matt saying the Broncos are going to be great this year. So
yo, I said Russell Wilson will have a better year than he did last year,
there you go.
and I'm right on that.
There you go. No doubt. But shout out to
I'm right on that.
There you go. But shout out to once again, shout out to everyone. Shout out to week 4. This is week 4. We're previewing week 4. And we have a game currently. So tune into that game if you're tuning to us. And we will see you guys next week. Once again, shout out to everyone. Tune in, supporting us for real.
Peace out.